gonna go ahead with this. We'll proceed with this. 720p wasn't good. Nah, I don't think I can do 720p. I'm not comfortable with dropping that many frames. Pop out the video player and make it bigger, and you might be able to see better. But cool, as long as the audio is good, that's going to be the main thing. But we'll see how we go. Okay, guys, here's what's going to happen today. I'm going to take you guys through my process of planning a build. We're going to plan out a Stormcaller build. So for the new skill, for those of you guys who haven't seen it, it's been announced that it'll be coming out tomorrow, and I have a picture of it here somewhere. Let's bring this shit up. Stormcall. Bam, Stormcall. Lightning spell AoE duration. Basically, you put a trigger on the ground, and then about 1.5 seconds later, exactly 1.5 seconds later, the storm goes off. It's just a single lightning strike, and it looks pretty sweet. It is an AoE skill, so you can scale the AoE, and I'm thinking Conk Effect is going to be a must-have. But this idea of it triggering 1.5 seconds after is interesting. And if you place multiple markers, when the first lightning strike hits the ground, they'll all go off at the same time. So that's pretty interesting. If you can place a shit ton of markers, they're all going to go off at the same time, and you're going to have a massive shock hit. I'm not sure if they count as different hits if they hit at the same time. This is something that's going to need testing, but we can see how it goes. Yeah, if you guys, yeah, that's the, I think that's the offline calculator I'm using. You guys will be able to say it's pretty good. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I think Templar or Witch is going to be the way to go. Both are going to be pretty good for this, I think. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go Mind Over Matter, but probably with the cloak rather than with the passive. Cast on crit build. I don't know if I'm willing to get into that. Let's play it normal. Yes, the wish for Orbital Strike has been granted. This is basically Orbital Strike here. It's going to be sweet. I'm pretty excited to use it. I really wanted Piety's Lightning Ball, but this is the next best thing. It's basically an OP version of Piety's Lightning Storm. Rain of Arrows cast on crit Stormcall. I don't know. I feel like you're having to trade off too much to run a bow and make it work well. If I was going to do anything with cast on crit and bows, it'd be like Split Arrow with a Quill Rain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll go Arctic Armor, Eldritch Battery, Mind Over Matter, and mostly Life build, probably. I don't know if I can not run Arctic Armor after playing the EK Scion. That stuff was just too OP. It was so good. Alright, let's close this. We'll keep this over here for now. Rip to Lightning Thorns, yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to make a cast on crit build. We'll make it a normal lightning, a normal Stormcaller setup. Wouldn't you go Sign for easier access to Mind Over Matter? I would if I was going to take the passive, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it with the Cloak of Defiance. Run the level 24 Arctic Armor this time. Yeah, I reckon it's possible. See, with this compared to my EK Scion, with the EK Scion, our total mana potential is actually lower than if we're playing a Mind Over Matter build that uses the Cloak and starts as Witch, Templar, or Shadow. Why am I dropping so many frames? Moving around too much, maybe. Oh, there might have been a bit of lag there for you guys. But, the fact we can go Cloak of Defiance and stack more mana means we can probably run a higher level Arctic Armor, and we can benefit more from the 40% Cloak of Defiance. So that's why I'll probably go that. What straw polls are you spamming, Duke? Let me check this out. Reroll with Duke for new YouTube series, reroll alone. You guys can vote on that if you want. I'll leave it up. Let's see the results. Oh, one vote there. Oh, one roll against Duke. Sorry, bro. Oh, I'll check back in on that in a moment. Yeah, I can talk to you guys mostly on PoE about my EK build if you want. Just send me a tell in game if I'm playing, or send me a message on Facebook and I'll answer it at some point. But there's the Cloak of Defiance. Let's take a look at the Cloak of Defiance. Good idea to bring this up. I will be playing this in Nemesis, yes, so it's going to be a hardcore viable build. So, here's the Cloak of Defiance. We get a pretty good amount of ES from it. It's decent. It's about on par with the Armor ES or Evasion ES, level 50 to 60. It's nothing extra. But we get a 90 to 110 mana from it as well, which is pretty huge. Cloak of Defiance is only like 2 or 3 Chaos in Nemesis, I'm pretty sure, just for the base. But to get a 5-link or 6-link is going to be significantly more expensive. I haven't decided yet whether we'll go with like a Staff or a Wand Shield combo. Probably Wand Shield combo, so we're going to need a 5 or 6-link Defiance. Hey, Allsvid. Welcome to the stream, bro. I don't stream very often, but it's fun when I do. I enjoy it. So we're just going to chill out and, yeah, should turn your ad block on. Might improve stream quality. What? I don't even have adblock installed, guys, because I'm a YouTuber for a living, so I like to give people the ad revenue as where I can. I believe in it. Rip Duked, how's the straw poll going? Oh, sorry, bro. I'll probably reroll with you anyway. Screw those guys. Those guys are jerks. People troll voting. Yeah, the Cloak of Defiance is going to be the way to go for this one. You know, I've already played one with the passive, so this time we'll go Cloak of Defiance, run it with Arctic Armor, be pretty OP. Purity of Lightning is going to be the way to go. Alright, I'm going to start taking notes now, guys. So this is... Let's actually go through my process. So, here's our section for Storm... Oh, I need to Stormcall. So we're going to put some points in there later. We'll figure out what supports we want to use and what other passives and stuff scale it and what we want to do to use it. I'm going to use the shit out of Lightning Warp. And we'll use Cloak of Defiance, Eldritch Battery, and what else is important? I don't think there's any other keystones or anything we want. Let's go to the passive tree here. So, Hexmaster could be good, because we could go Elemental Weakness, Conductivity. Hexmaster actually is probably going to be a definite yes. Let's go Hexmaster. And, yeah, we'll go Hexmaster, Whispers of Doom, etc. Yeah, we'll save a ton of passive points by going Cloak of Defiance. And we'll be able to spend all of those on getting a ton of mana. I'm gonna get shot with my own lightning arrow on a reflect mob? No way. I've tested the lightning arrow build. It doesn't die to reflect. Not if you're, you know, smart about it. Yep, Eldritch Battery. We've got Eldritch Battery. A lot of you guys are saying Templar, but I'm thinking Witch. Let's have a look at the stats. So, what should we go through? Should we go through Elemental Dominion? They're going to be pretty good. Increased ally damage. The question is whether we go crit and try to get our shocks from that, or whether we go chance to shock. Chance to shock might be safer. We could go static blows up here, and like quality lightning, added lightning and stuff, and conductivity all add chance to shock. Go static blows. Templar start is 10 times better. Templar. But I've played so many Templars. I've never played a Witch. I really want to play Witch. You're probably right, though. Templar is probably better. Let's have a look at Templar. So here's my general ideas. Let's write my general ideas. Conk effect for damage. Scaling with strength for your Iron Will versus shock from static blows versus shock from crit. I don't think scaling with strength is going to work out in this build. We're going to be a very int-based build. Int's going to give us lots of mana, and it's going to give us lots of spell damage. We should be able to scale enough from that. Hello, Amy. Welcome home. Yeah, I think we'll stack auras in this build too. I'm not sure what auras yet. We'll have to work that out. So let's talk about auras. Oh, let's just aura stacking, and we'll have to add in what auras we want. What auras are actually going to be important for this? I'm thinking cast speed is going to be pretty important, so let's go cast speed. Australian scaling. Australian scaling. Universe. Can you make the font larger? It's kind of hard to read. This font here? Is there a way to make font larger in Notepad? Do you know how to make font larger in Notepad? View.
I use Notepad++.
Do I control plus or something? I don't know how to make the font larger, guys. You guys will have to tell me. I got some decent upload speed there. Oh yeah. I put the title as 100 bitrate and 1 FPS to set your expectations right at the floor. Mouse wheel and control. No, that doesn't work with Notepad, guys. Not that I can see. Go to format and click font. Oh yeah. Size 20. Whoa, that's pretty fucking big. Let's go. Let's go a little bit higher, a little bit lower. 16. Okay, there we go. 16 font, mouse wheel plus controllers only in browser. Yeah, who's telling me that? No NBN, no. So here's the story for internet. We're trying to move houses now. We're currently looking at houses along the Central Coast area in Australia. We're trying to get somewhere with the new cable fibre internet in Australia. There's very few places. It's like kind of clustering around these little... What are those pools of waters in the deserts? Oases of internet, and we're trying to find one. Perfect, that's better? Alright, cool. So, you're going to have... The font's going to be a bit low on this and this, but hopefully you guys can still see it okay. If you pop out the video and make it bigger, you'll be able to see easier and still be able to see your chat. People trolling me with the control mouse wheel business. Okay, so the reason I'm thinking cast speed, we're kind of like doing the base theory crafting at the moment. We kind of just like have to come up with general concepts, what actually is going to be this, what actually this build is going to be about. So we're kind of just going to be like all over the place to start off with until we start to get these general theories and concepts together, and then we'll start like looking at the passive tree and how we can make those work. And I appreciate your guys' help. Last time when I planned out the EK Mind Over Matter build, which turned out freaking sweet, you guys seen how OP that is. You guys helped me out on stream to build that. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to live stream again so you guys can make me another OP build. And affirmative, are you still here, bro? Because you were a big help last time, I remember. But I see you're up there. We're going to start a Templar. You've suggested that, so I'll go with your suggestion. Remote mine trap. Yeah, remote mine is actually would be a super sick way to scale it in terms of damage. Like, it would be insane. But we're going to lose control over it. The way it targets is you basically paint markers on the ground. And I kind of think it's going to be super fun to actually basically like be on the screen here, so and just go bam, 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 like paint all these markers and have the mobs just like get obliterated like this orbital strike action. It's going to be sweet. So remote mine would be a good way to do it. But download Notepad++, yeah, I should. But remote mine would be a good way to scale the damage, but I kind of want to have fun painting targets for orbital strikes. It's going to be pretty rad. So this is let's talk about cast speed. Cast speed, you have 1.5 seconds to paint as many markers as you can before it goes off. So with insane amounts of cast speed, we're going to be able to put like 10 markers down with some rapid clicking action and maybe like get some click macro happening to cast like 20 times if we can just pump up our cast speed ridiculously high. Yeah. Stack more, yeah, it's going to be insane. And so there's two ways this could go though. If all of these, basically when you've painted a bunch of targets, 10, after 1.5 seconds they all go off. The first one comes down and that triggers the rest of them. So the wording of that makes me think that the first one can shock them and then the rest will all hit at the same time, or each one can shock stack them. So we could have an instant 3 shock stacks plus everything absolutely dying. Yeah. It could mean a lag fest, but that's okay. I've got a pretty good computer. Which you guys helped me get, actually. With the YouTube sharing and some donations a while back. It's been pretty sweet. My content's improved heaps since that. Yeah, I thought about increased duration. It's going to be certainly worth testing. Let's put that down. Test increased duration. However, I don't know if it's going to be worth it, if it's going to be worth a slot there. Yeah, I don't stream very often, B-Chance. I can't stream the actual game, so we just stream some rad theory crafting sessions, and I get to have fun talking to you guys. But I have a blast doing it, so I'm pretty excited. I wonder if increased duration passives work. Where's some increased durations? Is there a way to search? There is. Increased duration. Okay, so here we've got like 10% increased duration of buffs and debuffs you create from skills. That's not going to scale that. Yeah, it's not classified as a projectile at all. Is there any other ones highlighted here? Is that the only increased duration? There's some over here. Buffs and debuffs. Okay, so there's no passives on the tree that will scale the duration of the Stormcaller. That makes sense though, because otherwise, if you got those skills like Lightning Warp, you would not be able to use. And actually, we wouldn't get them because I want to use Lightning Warp, and I want decreased duration for that. Skill effect duration below evasion node and so on. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that'll work for this because it's buffs and debuffs specifically. Because if it doesn't shock stack, then reducing the casting speed would be best. Yeah, it's going to go either way. I'm going to take a bit of a gamble on the fact that I think you're either going to get at least one shock stack or a bunch of shock stacks when they go off. How do I avoid Rip to Reflect? Yes, indeed. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Purity of Lightning. Do I have this written down? Or a stacking? Purity of Lightning. Let's get some of that happening. And we'll get the Elemental Adaptation node as well. And maybe if there's something else we can do to max out our resist. Hopefully, that plus Mind Over Mana plus health stacking will give us enough survivability against our own Reflect. But I'm thinking against Reflect, we're probably just going to have to be like just like cast one Stormcaller, and then survive that hit, and then cast another one. We'll see. It could be interesting. Spell Block is an option. I'm thinking I will go a shield, and we will be Templar, so Spell Block's actually a pretty good option. Where's Spell Block? It's over here somewhere. Spell Block. 12% of block chance applied to spells. Isn't there another one? There's elemental resistances. 1% additional shield block. I thought there was more than one there. Is there any more spell block passives? I thought there was 2. Every now and then I might drop frames when I move stuff around. Like, test. Did that freak it out? Yeah, that'll drop some frames. So if I move around really quickly, it's going to drop frames. Sorry about that. It's the best Australian internet can do. I got like this, imagine this like mangled rat-chewed copper wire that's like super thin. It's like a hair thin. And our internet, my stream is trying to wiggle its way through that. That's what's going on right now. The rats are chewing it and it's like taking out some of the frames. This is Australian internet, guys. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. We could, you could run it on trap against Reflect, because then the trap would eat the Reflect rather than you. That's a good idea. Mine or trap would certainly solve the Reflect issue, but I'm hoping, since I can already stack auras with this build, I'm planning on being able to stack auras. We'll be able to run Purity of Lightning, and that'll give us a few extra % of lightning resist. Good internet is hopefully coming to Australia soon. There's only one spell block node in the tree. Oh, I thought there was 2. Okay, that sucks. We can get like, isn't it Saphel's Flame or something? Or is there another? Which is the shield? I'll look it up. PoE wiki is essential for our planning builds. So we go PoE wiki, uniques. Let's just go uniques shields. I'm typing everything in caps lock. That's the way I roll on stream. List of unique shields. Saphel's or Wrathpith? Yeah, Wrathpith for spell block might be the way to go. It's a white... Ugh, stupid tree thing. Okay, so we've got... Oh, I'll try not to scroll so quickly because it's going to drop frames. I'm going to drop frames when I scroll quickly, guys. Sorry about that. There's Wrathpith. Okay. Wrathpith first up is 40 to 60% of block chance applied to spells. As well as some spell damage. Max life is pretty good. Increased energy shield. It's got a really nice energy shield amount on it, and lightning resist as well. So we get some extra resist there. Not that we're probably going to need it. Wrathpith with the life and spell damage could be amazing. Yeah, I feel like Wrathpith's probably going to fit this build best. So let's go, let's just stick all these keystones together. Here's gear. I'll try and make this, like, make somewhat of sense. Cloak of Defiance, Wrath, Pith. I'll compare it to the other shield as well. Wrath, Pith. There we go. Globe. Saphel's Frame is the other one. 100 to 100. We get more block chance against spells from Saphel's. We get some spell damage, some all resist. 5% to max resist. Oh, they're both pretty good. Wrath Pith with the life and holy crap, you're online. Yeah, I'm online. Will be a righteous fire on off just as the spells go off. While Ziggy will be a righteous fire on off just as the spells go off. I don't know what you mean, man. Good to see you streaming. Hey, Panda Banana. How you going, bro?
I was trying to say that.
Pardon?
I was totally trying to say hi, but it's forcing me to sign in.
Oh, okay. Rainbow Strides can be an easy source of ES mana and spell block. I'll check those out. You don't get normal block with Saphel's. I'm okay with that. I'm not too fussed about not blocking attacks. I'll be running Arctic Armor and Mind Over Matter, so I don't have any block really on my other character, and I still do pretty well against those. So we're mostly focusing on the dealing with our Reflect. This is like the process of me coming up with a build. I like plan the overall concepts, plan the defensive strategies, plan the way that we're taking advantage of our main attack, and plan how we deal with Reflect. That's like one of the main things we talk about. G'day, Majin or Mayan. Hello from Australia, bro. Rainbow Strides are expensive. Okay, I have approximately 8 to 10 Exalts on Nemesis to play with, so we might not be able to afford anything too crazy. The Aussie Gaming House plan is basically we're looking to get down to the Central Coast to get on NBN now, and then hopefully, let's close this ad. We'll be able to find an appropriate location for the gaming and streaming house. Why? The PoE wiki's got some weird stuff going on. It like keeps loading. Rainbow Strides are cheap? I don't actually know, so I'll trust you guys on that. They aren't that expensive. Let's have a look at Rainbow Strides. Rainbow Strides PoE wiki. 10 chaos. 10 chaos is very doable. I can definitely afford that. Okay. 20 to 25% of block chance applied to spells. Extra mana, nice amount. Pretty good amount of energy shield. All resist and move speed. Those are pretty nice. Oh, g'day Berserk, I know your name. By the way, Gilbertamy, who I'm going to mod right now, can I mod her? How do you add people as mod?
I won't do anything.
Alright. Well, Gilbertamy is Amy, by the way, guys. That's the missus. Okay, so Rainbow Strides are an option. Let's put those in. They could work, but let's compare how they work with the shields, Rainbow Strides. So, either Wrathpith or Saphel's. That's probably not how you spell Saphel's. Let's look at... Stop loading PoE Wiki. So, this one gives 100 to 120% of block chance applied to spells. So this converts all of your block chance to spells. So with Wrathpith, does that stack with Rainbow Strides? Does anyone know? Yeah, I think I will be stacking all the aura nodes, so we might be able to squeeze another 1% of Purity of Lightning, which would be pretty sweet. G'day, I'm Gecko. We're planning out a Stormcaller build for all of you guys who've just joined. I have no idea how many viewers we have at the moment, but I love 79? Badass. Awesome. Yeah, I know, right? Me streaming? What the hell? This is all I can do though, stream browsers. But we're theory crafting a build, and it's pretty fun. You guys will help me come up with an OP build, then I'll test it, and then I'll make videos, and you guys can play it. Like the EK Scion. You guys helped me plan out the EK Scion, and it turned out super OP. How good is that build? It's insane. I love it. So if we get another build that level, or even close to that, I'll be pretty happy. Stone of Lazwa Lapis Amulet. Now, I'm a bit cautious about using too many uniques on a build, but we'll give it a go. Stone of Lazwa PoE Wiki. I basically rush Eldritch Battery and then get Mind Over Matter pretty soon after in the EK build. Stone of Lazwa. I spelled it right, wow. Okay. 50% of block chance applied to spells. Here's the question we need to answer. And if anyone can answer this, if anyone has ever made a spell block build, let me know. Can you stack the block chance? So if we have this one that converts, Saphel's. If we have Saphel's that converts 100 to 120% of our block chance, obviously that can exceed 100%, so that makes sense. Yes, you can. All right. So if we get this. So 100%, if this rolls terribly, we get 100% block chance there. We can get another 20 here, and we can get another 50 there. That's 100, so we almost double our block chance. It goes to 75. Yeah, you can only get 75 max block chance, but that means if we've got like 40 something block or 30 something block, if we double it, we're going to get to the 75 cap for spell block. Stone of Lazwa is not worth it. Yeah, I don't know if this is good enough. Although the cast speed is going to be pretty nice for this build. But I think we can get a better amulet than that. I probably won't worry about that. I think we're going to have a ton of block anyway. So the question is then whether the auras are going to be enough stacking lightning resist, or whether spell block will be enough to deal with the reflect. I don't know if we need to go both or not. So we can go, if we go Saphel's plus Rainbow Strides, or what's Wrathpith look like it again? 40 to 60 of block chance applied to spells. This is a better shield for our build, but Saphel's is a better spell block shield. And we get 5% max all resist as well. It's pretty significant. What do you guys reckon? Do you reckon Saphel or Wrathpith? We get more spell block and more max resist, but Wrathpith is a better shield overall. We get more ES from it. We get more spell damage. We get some life. Wrathpith, yeah. Wrathpith is a lot more expensive. Anyone know the approx of Wrathpith on Nemesis? If it's like 8 to 10 exalts, like if my total gear is 8 to 10 exalts, I can easily afford it. You think I'm worried about too much about Reflect? I reckon this thing's gonna do so much damage, so I don't know if I'm worrying too much. I think I'm worrying an appropriate amount. But we should overkill it a bit and then tone it back. Overkill, like we could never die to Reflect, and then we'll just make it tone it back a little bit. Say Panama, thanks for stopping by, man. That max resist is OP. Yeah, 5% is pretty significant. We get like 4% from Purity of Lightning, and we get another 2%. So we end up with, about 85% Lightning resist, which is going to be pretty insane. More life, ES for Mind Over Matter with Wrathpath. Yeah, oh man, they're both pretty good. Wrathpith's a better shield, but the 5% all resist. Alright, but let's not get stuck on it. We're gonna go Wrathpith or Saphel's. So let's go or Saphel's. So here's our gear so far: Cloak of Defiance, Wrathpith Globe, or Saphel's, and Rainbow Strides. Use Lightning Coil and Purity of Lightning. I don't know if it's going to be worth rocking Lightning Coil in this, especially because we already need Cloak of Defiance. Maybe we could wear the cloak over the Lightning Coil. I'm going Mind Over Matter, so I need Cloak of Defiance. You'd say Saphel so you can use a real neck instead of Stone of Lazwa for a huge amount of spell block. Maybe with the aura stacking plus some spell block will be enough to deal with Reflect. Yeah, I don't know if we want to take extra lightning damage. We should be able to easily deal with the extra lightning, the negative lightning resist from Lightning Coil, but I don't know if it'd be worth it. Like, we're not going to take damage from Fizz anyway. We're going to run Arctic Armor. So, Arctic Armor, next skill is Arctic Armor. And we'll try and... let's turn off caps. Wand for 22 to 24 level. Welcome, Denny Dukes, or Denny Daux. Are you going to be leeching life? I don't know. I think we'd probably need life leech on Stormcaller. If you can run Sapphire with Arctic Armor, it'd be truly difficult to die to anything. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this build, because the Arctic Armor Wind Over Matter setup pretty much means we're almost immune to Fizz, completely immune to Fire, and now we're going to be like pretty much immune to Lightning as well. Cold's going to be the only thing that can potentially hurt us, and there's like, when is cold ever an issue? Cold is never an issue. I've never had anything that's dangerous as cold. On your EK, when did you start to use Arctic Armor? I used it the whole time. I just kept it leveled below my current mana regen when moving. But if it goes Sapphire Cloak of Defiance, then he will be able to ditch Rainbow Stride for more survival gear. Yeah, Rainbow Stride is a question mark as well. You could still run Purity of Cold if you had to. Yeah, I haven't decided what auras I'm going to run yet. Am I going to get like a crap ton of aura nodes? Everything from the top side of the tree we're going to get. So, we're going to be able to run heaps of auras. I'm just not sure which ones yet. I haven't made many spellcaster builds that weren't... well, basically, I haven't made many builds that didn't use Hatred. So what do we use when we don't use Hatred? Hatred's so OP. I'm pretty sure... Well, we're not going to have Iron Reflexes, because I'm not going that far down the tree. Sapphire's Frame, Purity of Lightning, and Purity of Ice. Yeah, immune to all the elements. Arctic Armor, Purity of Ice, Purity of Lightning. Immune to all the elements. Let's just go Purity... Oops, I need to... Purity of Ice. You can run 4 60% auras with Alpha. How? Haste, Discipline. Yeah, well, we need Disc and Clarity. We're gonna try and max out our cast speed, so Haste is probably a pretty good idea. What do you guys reckon? You reckon this is having potential, this idea? You reckon this could be good? I'm pretty excited. Feels like it's starting to come together. These ideas are starting to come together in the same way the EK build did. So I'm not good with math, so we're going to have to work out whether we can figure out how many of these auras we can stack. But we should be able to run these two. This is that's 50%, and I already do basically this on my other build. So we're actually under. We can actually probably run one more aura. What's another aura? This shouldn't be too expensive. How much? I don't know how much Sapphire's or Wrathpith is. Rainbow Strides is supposed to be 10 chaos max, and Cloak of Defiance is like 2 or 3 chaos. Alpha's Howl. I don't know if we'll run Alpha's Howl or not. I don't like making builds that use Alpha's Howl. We'll see if we can go without. Clarity. Yeah, I got Disc and Clarity. Sapphire's is like 1 Exalt. It's definitely doable. Wrath is 2.5. Okay. So if we want... Both Sapphire and Wrath are really good for this build, so I haven't decided which one yet. Yeah, streaming some 100p 1 FPS Australian internet stream. You got a 5-link cloak for 5 chaos? What? This is gonna be cheaper than my EK Mind Over Matter build, if that's the case. Awesome. So Disc, Clarity, Haste. Yeah, we've got Disc, Clarity, and Haste. We can run one more aura, I think. What's a good aura to run with a spellcaster build like this? None of the damage auras will work. What else is there? Let's go... PoE Wiki auras. Yeah, Nemesis is pretty scary, but the EK Mind Over Matter build is the one to do it with, Kotosen. Grace with Iron Reflexes. I don't think we're going to be able to go to the bottom of the tree for Iron Reflexes. Yeah, we're running... I don't know if Grace is going to be worth it. Unfortunately. The issue if we don't get IR is that if we're running Cloak of Defiance, it's evasion. So we're going to be kind of half armor, half evasion based. I'm a bit iffy about the armor evasion thing, but who knows? Maybe maybe an evasion build will actually... This might be the first evasion build that actually works, just because everything else mitigates our damage to 0, so we don't have to evade anything. Vitality, Determination. Determination. We're gonna have super low armor. Determination won't work. We won't have much strength. It's gonna be pretty much an int build, a massive int build. How's the straw poll going? The reroll with Duked is catching up. I'll probably be rerolling with Duked. It's only 500-600 evasion. What about Blind, Link to the Storm, and go evade? I don't think Blind works with something that hits not often enough. Running 37% mana res nose and a level 20 reduced mana lets you run 2 60s and 2 40 auras for 90% of your mana. Yeah, keeping in mind we do want to have more unreserved. Actually, to be honest, guys, this might be enough auras because we're running Mind Over Matter with 40% from the cloak. So we want at least 1k unreserved, I think. 1k mana unreserved. Oh, dropping a shit ton of frames. Sorry, guys. If I move around too fast, it drops frames. Let's get rid of this video ads on... Some of the ads on the PoE wiki are pretty dodgy, I'm not gonna lie. If you stack mana gear instead of ES gear, you could try going for acrobatics. We're gonna get a lot of ES gear though. That's where a lot of our mana is gonna come from. Especially with that much armor evasion, a lot of unreserved mana would be good. Yeah, I think that's probably a pretty good idea. So we're going to be focusing on the Mind Over Matter, Arctic Armor, and the 2 Purity to reduce pretty much all of our damage. And we'll run like a Granite for when there's high amounts of fizz damage. Here's a mana calculator. Cool, I might give that a go once we plan out a passive tree. Thanks, man. Yeah, I could go acrobatics. Man, imagine if I make this an acrobatics build. That would be insane. We're gonna be... Is it worth going over that far in the tree though? Like we get nullification and stuff like that. Static blows is with weapons, so that doesn't work. Alright, let's leave that for a moment. Now let's talk crit or non-crit. Acrobatics hurts EB a lot though, doesn't it? Yeah, it does if you're stacking ES gear, and we will be. Cloak of Defiance itself is an ES piece of gear, and everything else will probably be armor ES. Yeah, I don't think acrobatics is going to work out too well. Crit. Keep in mind, this is a Nemesis build. You can't go crit if you go life, bro. Well, this is kind of a different type of life build. We're trying to mitigate most of the lightning damage. I say no to acrobatics. Yeah, I think acrobatics is not going to work. +1 to crit. If this build dies, but once I like put all my guild on it, gear on it, it's going to wipe out my Nemesis pool of wealth. Let's get rid of increased duration here. Yeah. I don't know. I think we can go without crit and just get our shock chance from static blows. Get it from the various what are they, auras? No, wait. The support gem and conductivity will give us enough chance to shock, I think. Start a fundraiser for Ziggy's next build. Now, I like to make cheap builds where I can, guys. So I'll make this as cheap as possible because I like to make them so everyone can use them. Shadow 5% too. Yeah. That might actually be worth it. Well, okay. Man, I'm like, this passive tree, I'm not used to looking at this passive tree. I usually use the other planner, so it's a bit confusing. But there's some aura nodes around here somewhere, just there. Alright, let's rough out a build and we'll change it heaps. I think we've got some of the core concepts down. Crit would be tough since you'll be doing a huge amount of damage at once. Yeah, I don't think we'll need crit. I think we'll do heaps of damage. If we have like an amount of chance to shock, hopefully that'll work nicely. Elemental equilibrium. I don't know, I think it'll be too fidgety. I think I just want this build to be as fun as possible, and just like painting all these targets should be super fun. What class? I'm thinking Templar. Well, it's been highly suggested I play Templar, even though I wanted to make it a Witch. Basically planned out a build for this by copying your EK build and adding Static Blows and Vile Pact. Yeah, I think you could run this basically as the EK build that I did, but I want to try and tailor it a bit more to make it more interesting. I don't want to like copy the exact same build I did. Alright, let's rough out a build. So we'll go mana regen. I think what do we need? You can make this as a totem build, by the way, guys. I won't be doing that, but it would be fun to do. I think we want... Oh, does that... Oh, wow! This tree is awesome! Guys, get this tree. You don't have to click each individual node. How good is that? It just automatically routes it. That's sick. I'm thinking of stack cast speed and have the stack scale the damage more than stuff like crit. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We'll get like as much cast speed as possible. So I want to come in for this life. We're going to be a life-based build. We won't need regen. I found you don't need life regen with Mind Over Matter build, guys. It's pretty sick. Especially if you're running Life Leech. Wouldn't the first storm hit make Equilibrium reset? Yeah, I'm not going to run LE Equilibrium. It'll be too frustrating with this build, I think. It's like, to be honest, it's too frustrating in every build. Now, questions. Where do we go from here? We want to get to the aura nodes. We want the spell block nodes in here. This is the shortest route. Do we want to go through... How good is Prestigiation? 6% cast speed, mana regen's pretty good. I don't think Vile Pact will be needed at all, no. We're mitigating Reflect through... See, when you think about how you're going to deal with the Reflect, you have a few options. Vile Pact is one of those. And Spell Block, Acrobatics, like Instant Leech... Oh, that's Vile Pact. Resists are other ways of dealing with that. You don't need both of them. If there was ever an ability to go Pain Achievement, this is the ability to do it. I think we're going to have insane damage without Pain Achievement, but I don't know about running a low life build in Nemesis. I'm not as brave as you, Juked. How did your low life build go? Two points for 6% cast speed is already pretty efficient. Gives regen and mana cost reduction. Okay, so I think we get that. I don't think we need to go through Celestial Walker then. It's not that great. So we want to go probably then through these nodes here, because these work really well with EP. And we get some more resist. Then maybe through... I'm not going to make this a crit build, so I won't worry about power charges. I might be overthinking it, Berserk. You might be right. Topaz Flask might be the way to go. Should I not worry about the spell block so much then? We'll see. We'll see. We'll plan it out and see how many points we've got. So I think I'll go this way through the life. Then we'll grab Body and Soul for now. I can respec out of it if it's not needed. Grab this life. Then we want... Do you think we won't need cast interruption because we're basically just painting and then it doesn't matter if that gets interrupted. Purity of Flesh is sick. We will absolutely get that. Grab this. I don't think we'll need shock duration because we're going to do a shit ton of damage. Through the life, up to armor, yes. What's the program using for the tree? It's just called the Path of Exile Passive Skill Tree Planner. Some of the guys in the chat have a link, but You can find it on the official forums or on the Path of Exile Reddit, I'm pretty sure. Hey Viez, welcome to the stream, bro. Does Pain Achievement work with totems, or is it based on totem life? No, I'm pretty sure it works with totems if you are low life, because they scale off your spell damage. There's way too many nodes on the skill tree to get. That's the answer. There you go.
To get to embroider things.
Ah, I see. Yeah, so here's I do still race. I did some burst races today. The first two went okay. The last one, the last race. All right, guys. ZIGGYD, get ready to unsub. I died to Hillock on a duelist in the last 12-minute burst race. Yep, I died to Hillock. I'll never live that down. Unsubbed, unfollowed, yep. I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know what happened. It was pretty bad. I didn't record it. I wasn't recording, thankfully. Could you imagine if I released a burst race video that went for like 30 seconds because I died to Hillock? No wonder we're going through crap. Yup. That's why that's my secret. I don't actually do any work. I just have you guys plan it all out for me. Okay. I gotta get Hexmasker and Whispers of Doom so I can run Conductivity and Ellie Weakness. Just because we want obscene amounts of damage. It might be better to come this way, actually. 1, 2, 3... No, it's not. I'm lying. Don't listen to me. Yeah, Stormcaller would work really well with totems, but I want to, like, be like this... You know how you have, like, the recon people that are, like, painting targets? I just want to do that. I just want to be like, bam, 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 bam. Like, and then just everything blows up. It's going to be fun. Okay, so we want Eldritch Battery. We'll just go straight there. We don't want Doomcast or anything like that. And then we want this guy. ZIGGYD wants to be a ghost. I do. Nuclear launch detected. Inner Force. I think Inner Force would probably be good since we're going to be stacking quite a few auras. And with Inner Force combined with the different passives that give increased buff effect, we might be able to squeeze an extra % out of Purity of Lightning and Purity of Ice. Immune to all the things. We're making a build that's going to be immune to everything. Someone 4956. Your Kappa face suggests to me you're not serious. Deep Thoughts could be cool. What's Deep Thoughts? Is that... Yeah, we definitely want Deep Thoughts. Deep Thoughts is a sick cluster for an Mind Over Mana build. The regen combined with the extra mana. 20% extra mana is so big. I had this in my another version of my EK build, and it was really good. It was hard to drop it, but I ended up finding a better route. You only need 25% increased effect of auras. Well, we should be able to get that really easily, so we might not even need Inner Force, but we'll see. How long do you think Arctic Armor gets nerfed? I honestly don't think it will get nerfed. It's like really sick, but it's also really hard to build for, and GGG are typically okay with that. You basically have to be an Eldritch Battery build to run Arctic Armor. Otherwise you gotta stack a ton of mana. Why not use the unique for Dual Curse? That's an option, but I don't know. I don't like running too many uniques in my builds. If I can do it from the passive tree, I will. And we get Permacurse as well. Yeah, it takes a lot of investment to make Arctic Armor work. You guys, you know, my EK build is like super OP against a lot of things, but remember, in that build, I have like basically no offensive passives whatsoever. I had to... Pretty serious investment. Yeah, total commitment. I haven't read the notes for the dot patch, but that's pretty exciting. I'm going to update my Templar, my Searing Bond Fire Trap Templar. A lot of you guys probably haven't even seen that, but it's pretty sweet. So, do we want to go through Lightning Walker? Extra lightning damage. I honestly don't think we're going to need that much extra damage. Now it's faster to come in this way. There's nothing on this side of the tree. I don't think. I don't think I'm gonna bother with the spell damage too much. We'll plan out the basics and see how it goes. Should I go through the energy shield to get these life nodes? Nah, they're pretty bad. I'll ditch those. George Count Standia. Is that the one you posted earlier, bro? No. EV Stormcaller build. I'll probably, after I plan out this, I'll take a look at some of your guys' builds if you have ideas for it. And maybe we'll do a bit of an AMA at the end or something. But I'll probably stream for like 2 hours, guys, just to plan this out and have a bit of a chat to you guys. It's pretty fun. You can get some lightning damage with some cast speed above which. 2% cast speed. Sick. I'll definitely get that. That's pretty point efficient. Yeah, good call. Shock duration. Too bad there's no shock chance in there, huh? That'd be pretty sweet. Now, I kind of wanted these block nodes. So, how are we going for points? Where's the points remaining? Used 74. So we want to use about 110 max. So we're getting close. Alright, so we need these aura nodes here. Bam. We might need to grab that life there. We'll see. There's extra cast speed. We'll grab that. That's a pretty efficient cluster. Where's the next? Other aura nodes are down here. This is effective auras, 5% reduced. I don't... 1, 2, 3, 4 points to get 6 points. And the only other thing we get from here is the life and mana nodes, which are really good. But I don't think it's worth getting these ones. I'll try and do streams like this occasionally, but I can't stream gameplay, so I don't know if you guys want to watch me every day not playing games. That doesn't seem that fun. Yeah, I'll hopefully within a couple of months, guys, I'll have sick, super fast internet, 50 megabytes up. Yeah, and then I'll stream all the things. 40 up, same deal. Megabits, whatever. Amy correcting me. He doesn't even have his links planned out. I will be planning my links out. I've got Conk Effect cast speed so far. We want added lightning. Yeah, I might do like little impromptu streams like this whenever there's something cool to talk about. So far your build has 21% reduced mana reserved. How much, oh, I can see this over here, I don't need to listen to you guys. Where is increased aura effect? %, radius, shock duration, chance to shock. Where is aura effect? Ah, it's here. 38% increased effective aura. So we're going to get that extra %. Easy. Why am I dropping a shit ton of frames? Yeah, I need way more life. I'll definitely be getting some more life. I don't know why I'm dropping so many frames, guys. Is it, is the stream lagging heaps?
For me, but I don't know.
Let me know if the stream's lagging heaps, guys. Arctic Armor is not considered an aura, but I think it is affected by Inner Force. Okay, let's see what other life nodes we can get. We wanted maybe to get the chance to shock. How many points is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's worth it. Video lagging, not voice, so that's good. Yeah, I'm dropping a lot of frames at the moment. I don't know why that is. All auras affected by Inner Force. Yeah, all auras are. So, I'm going to need this life. Oh, why did it go that way? That's more efficient. We don't want to go that way. Stupid tree. Bam, 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 bam. 888. How many is that used? 93 life. Let me just rough it out and then we'll review it and see if it's any good. Grab this life. Grab this life. Grab... We're in the shadow area. 1, 2... 8, 16 life and mana, 12%. No, don't go that way. Tree. Why would you go that way? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, actually, let's go that way. My bad. Drop bears are dropping on my frames. Yeah, why am I dropping so many frames? What the hell? I'm not even... Oh, I'm slightly over. If I grab the rest of the aura circle from template, you can get another 1%. Really? I thought it was less needed than that, but that's pretty easy to do. Bam, bam, bam. I don't think curse and casting speed nodes are necessary, especially considering the lack of life and damage mitigation nodes. Yeah, I'll lower the bitrate